We've got some serious tea spilling on one of the wildest celeb family dramas going on right now. And it involves none other than DDG, his baby mama Halle Bailey, and his mom Tanya. If you thought their breakup and custody battle were intense before, you ain't seen nothing yet, because this story has taken a whole new level of crazy. We're talking shady social media calls, leaked vacation pics, accusations flying everywhere, and even a paternity test rumor thrown in the mix. So grab your popcorn, because this is going to be one juicy ride. So here's the background. DDG and Halle Bailey's relationship was always public and, let's be honest, pretty complicated. They broke up less than a year ago, and since then, the custody battle over their baby, Halo, has been messy to say the least. For months, most of us assumed Halle was keeping a low profile, single, focusing on raising Halo, and staying out of the spotlight. But then, boom, pictures hit the internet showing Halle on vacation with a brand new man, and fans were shook. Not only is Halle dating again, but it looks like this relationship has been going on longer than anyone thought. The internet detective work kicked in immediately. The mystery man was soon identified as Scott Bridgway, a music producer who's worked with big names like Kendrick Lamar. That's right, this isn't just some random new guy, this is someone in the music industry with serious credentials. Scott even toured with Kendrick, which makes the whole situation even more intriguing. The leaked photos showed Halle and Scott looking cozy, relaxed, and definitely together. For people following the drama, this was a total surprise. It seemed like Halle was carefully hiding this relationship, but now it's out in the open, and it's clear this isn't something new. These two have been involved behind the scenes for months. Fans started putting pieces together and realized Halle was at Kendrick's GNX concert in North Carolina earlier this year, right when Scott was on tour with Kendrick. Word on the street is she wasn't just there for the music. She was there to support Scott and their relationship. Now, this is where things start to get messy, because DDG's reaction has been anything but chill. You'd expect him to be moving on, focusing on Halo, maybe even happy that Halle's finding happiness, right? Wrong. From everything we've seen on social media, DDG is clearly pressed. He's been trying to act unbothered, posting smiling pictures and clips acting like life is good. But behind the scenes, it's a whole different story. He's been blocking fans who mention Halle, throwing shade, and even threatening to end careers over posts about Halle's new relationship. Remember when DDG publicly threatened Lil Rodney's son? That outburst was apparently triggered by Rodney posting about Halle and Scott. The tension is real. DDG's online meltdown is wild. He's been so triggered that even harmless tweets about Halle living her best life get him blocked. Fans have noticed the cracks showing through the carefully crafted social media persona. It's a classic case of someone trying to keep it together publicly but losing it privately. This all ties back into the messy breakup and custody drama, which hasn't been easy on anyone involved. But it's especially rough on DDG, who seems to be spiraling harder than ever. Now, just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, enter Tanya, DDG's mom. Tanya and Halle's relationship has never been great, but now it's downright toxic. Tanya is reportedly extra pressed about Halle moving on with Scott, especially because the breakup is still fresh, less than a year old. Tanya's not just upset. Sources say she thinks Halle is dating Scott purely to get under DDG's skin and play some kind of PR revenge game, instead of focusing on their child, Halo. And here's the kicker. Tanya has allegedly been pushing DDG to demand a paternity test for baby Halo. That's right. Tanya is questioning the paternity of her grandson, which is a massive claim and is adding fuel to the fire. The family is convinced Scott has been around longer than anyone thought and may actually be Halo's biological father. Of course, the internet wasn't about to let Tanya slide with these claims. Fans immediately dragged her for throwing such wild accusations, especially considering DDG himself has had his own rumors swirling about cheating and shady behavior, including alleged hookups with Lala and others. So for Tanya to call Halle out for moving on and now insinuate paternity fraud, the internet called it hypocrisy real quick. Fans also pointed out the glaring double standard. DDG and his current girlfriend, India, have been publicly affectionate and very much in a relationship for months. Yet Tanya hasn't thrown any shade at them. But Halle gets scrutinized for being seen with Scott just a few months after the breakup. It's important to remember that Tanya and Halle have a long history of tension. Things escalated after Halle filed for a restraining order, accusing Tanya of enabling DDG's toxic behavior and turning a blind eye to the drama. Tanya has been on the defense ever since, throwing shade back at Halle and painting her as unstable, obsessed, and even dangerous. Tanya claimed Halle stalked DDG's new partner Luigi by placing AirTags in his car and suggested Halle once tried to harm herself. It's like a never-ending soap opera with new accusations and drama every week. The legal battle adds even more layers to this messy situation. Tanya recently petitioned the courts to be the supervisor for DDG's visits with Halle, trying to position herself as the perfect grandma and protector of the child. But Halle fought hard against this, and the court ruled that DDG could continue to visit Halle, but only with a neutral professional supervisor present. Tanya was effectively benched from this role, which reportedly upset her a lot. Fans think this is part of why Tanya has been spiraling so much on social media, posting cryptic comments about loyalty, family, and betrayal, all thinly veiled shots at Halle. Tanya tried to paint herself as a concerned grandma fighting for the family, but the receipts and court rulings say otherwise. To add to the intrigue, leaked texts show Halle and Tanya actually communicating about custody schedules and Halle's care behind the scenes, which makes the public shade throwing even more dramatic. Tanya claimed DDG didn't have time to take care of Halle and blamed Halle for making things difficult, further muddying the waters. And yet, Tanya was the one petitioning the courts to supervise visits. So fans say her shade and accusations don't add up. Let's be real. Tanya demanding a paternity test on baby Halle is next-level drama. It's one thing to be upset about a new relationship, but to throw doubt on your own grandson's paternity. That's a whole new low, and it's got fans and the internet talking nonstop. The contradiction is glaring. If Tanya really believed Halle wasn't related, why fight so hard to stay involved in his life? Either you claim him or you don't. Of course, fans aren't buying Tanya's shady behavior. Many have reminded her and DDG of their own messy relationships and public scandals. Fans also sympathize with Halle, who's been fighting to protect her child and herself amid all the public scrutiny and family drama. People are calling out Tanya for enabling toxic behavior for years and now trying to rewrite the narrative to paint Halle as the villain. At the center of all this chaos is baby Halle, who really deserves peace and stability. The back-and-forth drama, custody battles, and public fights aren't just entertainment. They're real life for this little one. Halle seems focused on keeping Halle safe and protected, even as the family drama plays out online and in court. DDG's attempts to stay involved, Tanya's push for control, and Halle's fight for sole custody make this an ongoing and heartbreaking saga. Looking ahead, expect this drama to keep unfolding over the next several months. There will be more court dates, more social media shade, and possibly more leaks. DDG will keep fighting for custody, Halle will try to keep the peace and protect her baby, and Tanya, well, she'll likely keep stirring the pot. This is definitely shaping up to be a summer full of heated family drama and lots of tea for us to unpack. Alright, y'all, that's the full breakdown of this wild situation between DDG, Halle Bailey, and Tanya. It's messy, emotional, and totally captivating. But remember, all this is internet tea for now. Nothing is 100% confirmed until official statements or court rulings come out. I'll be watching closely and bringing you all the updates as they happen, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications.